Final update on the mineral old computer. I'm actually recording this in the house. It's kind of a failure. Um, to be honest, I wasn't really expecting much. Not mineral old, motor old, cold computer. I wasn't expecting much, but it was drastically worse than I was expecting. Temps are disappointing. Um, you know, I know it's still below ambient, which could be considered good, but 65 to 70 C at idle, that's actually not below ambient. I'm thinking of Fahrenheit, yeah. So 65 is what, 150 something? So 150 at idle, we'll pass on that. Um, it also, if I had more fans or a better way to move the oil, like in the mineral oil computers, a lot of times they use aquarium pumps, and that might help. But I'm getting a very static loop of um, oil, and it's going from underneath the CPU block, around the CPU block, directly into the power supply. And fiddled, and if I get enough oil moving to where the temperatures drop, it's too much for the fan I have to cope, and the fan stops. And if I get it moved around to where it's blowing mostly air, the temperatures, oddly enough, shoot drastically through the roof. I figured that something coated in oil having water blown on it would be cooler than just oil, but I don't really know. The other thing, and the thing that it's still out there running, but as soon as I finish recording this, I'm probably going to go stop it, and um, probably should have already stopped it, but while I was moving it around, I ended up sloshing a little bit of the oil, and there was a large puff of smoke that came off of the power supply. So obviously the power supply is getting hot enough in there to make oil um, smoke. And let's see, what temp does oil smoke, I guess? Uh, eh, Relatively low at 325 to very high at 520 Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's too hot. If any part of that computer is getting to 325 degrees, that's a problem. And that is cooking oil. So that's motor oil. Well, you know what? It has to be higher. It has to be higher than normal oil. So yeah, not a good thing. So I guess I'm kind of glad because I was just about to go stick a shitty graphics card into it. So I've got 5 quarts of very shitty oil and a computer SSD and uh, bad Wi-Fi card that is covered in oil. So, yeah, I didn't really expect much, but that was definitely less than I expected.